My name is Emily, and for the longest time, I thought my life was perfect. I had a wonderful husband, Ryan, and a beautiful daughter, Chloe. We lived in a quiet neighborhood, surrounded by friendly faces, and I believed in the kind of love that lasts forever. But sometimes, life has a way of throwing you curveballs you never saw coming. And trust me, when it does, it can shatter everything you thought you knew. It all started with Vanessa, our new neighbor. She moved in a few months ago, and at first, I thought nothing of it. She seemed friendly enough, always waving hello, stopping by to chat, offering to help with little things around the house. She even brought over homemade cookies for Chloe, who adored her from the moment they met. She was one of those people who just clicked with everyone. But as I look back now, I realize that's when the cracks started to form. Ryan and Vanessa seemed to get along particularly well. They'd talk about gardening, their favorite recipes, and sometimes they'd have long chats when I wasn't around. It was innocent, I thought. I trusted Ryan completely. Why wouldn't I? We'd been married for 5 years, and our life was picture perfect. But then one evening, everything changed. I came home early from work, eager to surprise Ryan with dinner. Chloe was at a play date, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to spend some quality time together. But as I pulled into the driveway, I noticed something strange. Vanessa's car was parked outside. I thought it was just another casual visit. But when I walked into the kitchen, I froze. There they were, sitting way too close to each other, laughing and talking. Ryan quickly pulled back when he saw me, but the damage was done. "Hey, Emily," Vanessa said cheerfully. "Ryan was just telling me how much Chloe loves the new tree in the yard." Ryan quickly covered up, his face flushed. Yeah. We were just talking. Didn't expect you back so soon." I smiled, but inside I was numb. I didn't know why, but something felt wrong. Why was she sitting so close to him? Why did he look so guilty when I walked in? I shook off the feeling, convincing myself I was overreacting. But it wouldn't go away. As days passed, Vanessa started visiting more frequently. I'd be at work, and she'd be there, sitting on our porch, chatting with Ryan. It wasn't just casual anymore. It felt personal. There was an intimacy between them, something I couldn't quite put my finger on. They shared little inside jokes, private smiles, and she began helping him with things I used to handle, like picking out plants for the garden. The more I saw it, the more uncomfortable I became. One day, I came home from work and found Ryan's phone on the counter. It was unusual for him to leave it lying around, and when I glanced at the screen, I saw a message from Vanessa. "Are you still up? I need your help with something." My heart dropped. It was the way she wrote it. So casual, so familiar. Why did he need to help her again? I didn't say anything to him that night, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. The next day, I brought it up. "Ryan, who's Vanessa texting at night?" I asked, trying to sound calm, though my heart was racing. "It's nothing, Emily," he said quickly, She was just asking for help with something around the house. Don't worry about it. But the worry didn't stop, it only grew stronger. A few days later, I came home to find Ryan still at work. But something made me check the time. It was late. Too late for him to be at the office, so I called his phone. No answer. I tried again, but still nothing. I felt my anxiety rising. I didn't know why, but I had a sinking feeling in my stomach that I couldn't ignore. I grabbed my keys and drove to his office, but when I got there, I couldn't find his car. I started to panic, and then, as if to prove my fear right, I noticed Vanessa's car parked outside her house. I parked across the street, hiding in the shadows of our driveway, unable to move. I told myself to stay calm, but as I watched, Ryan's car pulled up. My heart raced. I watched as Ryan and Vanessa greeted each other at the door. Then they stood there, chatting for a moment, until Vanessa suddenly stepped closer to him. And then, without any warning, she kissed him. I couldn't breathe. My body froze as I watched Ryan not pull away, not resist. He kissed her back. My world came crashing down. How could he do this to me? How could he betray me like that? I sat in the car for what felt like hours, my heart breaking, tears streaming down my face. I didn't know what to do, but I knew I had to confront him. I couldn't go back to that house and pretend everything was okay. I drove to Vanessa's house, my hands trembling on the steering wheel. I stood outside for a moment, taking a deep breath, before I rang the doorbell. Ryan opened the door. His face went pale the moment he saw me standing there, but he didn't say anything. Vanessa too stood in the background, her eyes wide, but there was something almost smug about the way she looked at me. "Emily, what are you doing here?" Ryan asked, his voice shaky. "I know what's been going on," I said, my voice breaking, but filled with conviction. "Get your things, Ryan. We're leaving." Vanessa tried to intervene. "Emily, calm down. It's not what you think." I cut her off. "Stay away from my family, Vanessa," I snapped, before turning to Ryan. "Let's go." We didn't speak much on the way home. The silence between us was suffocating. I couldn't look at him. I couldn't even think straight. How long had this been happening? Was it just a kiss? Or was there more I didn't know? When we got home, I couldn't hold it in anymore. "How long, Ryan? How long have you been seeing her behind my back?" He didn't deny it. "I'm sorry, Emily. It was a mistake. I never meant for it to go this far." But his words felt empty. I didn't know what to believe anymore. My world felt like it was falling apart, and no matter how much I tried to hold on to it, the pieces were slipping through my fingers. That night, I found something else that shattered what was left of my trust. Another message on his phone. This time, it was from someone named Lisa. "Can't wait to see you again." It was more than I could take. Couldn't breathe. I didn't know who to trust. My husband, who I thought I knew, or the lies that had built up between us. I knew then that things couldn't stay the way they were. Ryan and I had to face the truth, whatever it was.